Assalamu alaikum students. I am your teacher Aisha Anwar. Welcome to the computer class. We have been studying chapter number 3, which is about object-oriented programming in C++. Up till now, we have covered some basic concepts about C++ from this chapter. In today's lecture, we are going to cover the last topic, which is about operators in C++. In today's discussion, we will go through the definition of operators and its different types. First of all, we have to understand the concept of an operator, that what is an operator. An operator is basically a symbol that tells the computer to perform a specific calculation or a specific computing task. For example, we are having this addition symbol or addition operator that is used to add the two numbers. Basically, operators are the foundation or base of any programming language. They add the functionality to the language. Any language is incomplete without the operators, because we have to perform various calculations in our programs. We can define operators as the symbols that help us to perform specific mathematical and logical computations on operands. Operands means, if I write, or if you have seen written as an equation like A plus B, C is equals to A plus B. In this, if you notice that we have used an operator, this addition symbol, so it is an operator. The operator is applied on the operands. We call them as the operands. A and B are the operands in this case. So A and B are known as the operands. Operands are those variables or numbers on which some type of operation is performed. Here, this addition symbol or plus symbol is known as the operator, and operator is applied on two operands. In this example, these operands are A and B. Now, there are many types of operators available in C++. These are assignment operators, arithmetic operators, arithmetic assignment operators, increment and decrement operators, relational operators, logical operators, and ternary operators. We will go through them one by one in today's lecture. First of all, assignment operator. It is a very simple operator, and we have used in our many examples in previous lectures. Here, the simple equal sign, if you see that this equal sign is known as the assignment operator, because it is used to assign the values of an expression to the variable. Just like that, in the previous slide, as we have discussed, that C is equals to A plus B. In this simple equation, we have used two operators. One is this addition sign and one is this an equal sign. Here this equal sign is known as the assignment operator because it is assigning the value of a plus b into the variable named as the c. So simple single this equal sign is known as the assignment operator. So here is its general form: variable is equals to expression. This is variable, then equals sign, assignment operator, and then expression. And this expression can be any constant or any other variable. We can write it as c is equals to 2. This is also correct. We are assigning a value 2 to the variable c with the help of this assignment operator. It's here we are having another example. Z is equals to x plus y. Here we are having a typing error of double equal sign. And this is a typing mistake. Simply it is as z is equals to x plus y. When this statement is executed, the values stored in variable x and variable y will be added and the result will be stored in the variable z with the help of the assignment operator. So there is only one assignment operator that we have and use in C++ programming. The second type of operators are the arithmetic operators, and these operators are the simple operators that we use to perform simple addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and to find remainder. Here is the list of the operators: addition, subtraction, multiplication. Please note that we use this asterisk symbol for the multiplication. We don't use the typical this cross symbol for the multiplication in computer, but we use this simple asterisk operator. Then division, we use this forward slash for division. We don't use the typical math symbol like this. You cannot find these two operators on your keyboard even. And the last one is the modulus operator or the remainder operator. First four operators are the very simple operators, and they do not require any explanation, since these are the same operations that we simply perform in our mathematics. But here you need to learn about one new operator, which is the modulus operator. How does it works? Basically, modulus operator returns us the remainder when we divide two numbers. For example, if we divide 13 by 4, we will get result 1, because how will we get this result? 13, if you divide this by 4, 4 3 times 12, and what will be the remainder? That is 1. So when we use this modulus operator, it returns us the value which is remaining. But when we use this division operator, if we write 13 divided by 4, then we will get this result. So remainder or modulus operator gives the remaining value which is left over after performing the division. Similarly is the case with the 15 remainder 4, the result is 3. Or 10 remainder 5, it will give result 0, because 5 2 times 10 and we don't get any remainder, so it will return the 0. I hope it is clear to you now. If you are having confusion in this, you can ask me. The third type of operators are arithmetic assignment operators. If you notice that the name is the combination of the first two type of the operators. We discussed the first type as assignment operators. The second type is the arithmetic operators. If we combine the first two types of operators, Then third type can be defined, which is arithmetic assignment operators. We simply use the assignment operator with the arithmetic operators to perform some type of different calculations, and this combination is known as the arithmetic assignment operators. These include these operators: addition with an equal sign, then subtraction with an equal sign, multiplication with an equal sign, division with an equal sign, and modulus with an equal sign. For example, if we write it as A plus is equals to B, this statement is basically equivalent to A is equals to A plus B. We can write it as like this, but in short, we can write it as with the help of arithmetic assignment operators. For example, A plus is equals to B, which means that A is equals to A plus B. Or if I write A minus is equals to B, this statement is equivalent to A is equals to A minus B. And same is the case for the other operators. Here the same thing is explained. Look at this third one, because we have discussed first two in the previous slide. Multiplication symbol or multiplication operator with the assignment operator. If we write it as product multiply by is equals to n, this is equivalent to product is equals to product multiply by n. Then n divide is equals to m. This is equals to n is equals to n divided by m. X mod is equals to y. This is equivalent to x is equals to x mod y. I hope this is clear to you, and you have got the understanding. The operator which is used, the operand which is used before the operator is reused in its evaluation, like A plus is equals to B, which means that here we have to add A into B, so that's why we have written it as in short like this. Or we can write it as A is equals to A plus B. Both are the correct methods, but you can use according to the requirement and according to your ease. Whatever you like more from programming point of view, you can simply select that. The next type is increment and decrement operators. This double plus sign is known as the increment operator, and it is used to add one value that is stored in the variable. Like for example, if I have stored 3 in variable a, and if I write a plus plus, that 3 will becomes 4. It adds one value to the variable. Then the double minus sign is known as the decrement operators, and it subtracts one value that is stored in the variable. The purpose of these operators is simply to shorten the expression. For example, if we have to subtract one value, instead of writing the complete expression like a is equals to a minus 1, we do not recommend this to write like this complete expression. Instead, we use simply a minus minus, which means we are subtracting the 1 from the value that is stored in the variable a. These increment and decrement operators can be used in two ways, like plus plus x and x plus plus. We can use the increment operator before the variable, and we can also use it as after the variable. When we use the operator before the variable, this is the prefix notation. We call it as prefix notation. And when we use the increment or decrement operator after the variable, this notation is known as the postfix notations. Both of them are equivalent to x is equals to x plus 1. Both have the same purpose. Both can add 1 to the variable x, and in this both can subtract 1 to the variable x. Both are equivalent. Here is a program to understand the difference between the prefix and postfix increment or decrement notations. Here we have declared the variables x and y of data type int. We have assigned the value 10 to the variable y. Here we have assigned x is equals to plus plus y. We have used the prefix notation. Then what will be the output? We are getting two outputs, C out x and C out y. Actually, the value of y is equals to 10, but after using the increment value, which means it has added 1 to the value 10, so it means the value of x is equals to 11. So you can see the value 11 in the output, and here y is also incremented, so the value of y is also displayed as the 11. Here in prefix notation, first of all, the increment or decrement is applied, then it will move towards the next statements. But in postfix notation, first of all, it takes the old value, but again when it comes to that statement, then it will increment or decrement the value. For example, over here, if you can see that y is equals to 10, it is the same. X is equals to y plus plus. In previous example, we wrote it as plus plus y, prefix notation, but here we have used y plus plus, that is postfix notation, and then we have taken the two outputs x and y. Now here you can see that x is equals to 10 because it has taken the value of y as 10. It will first assign the value 10 to the variable x, and then when it will move towards the next line, then it will increment the line because we have used the postfix notation. I am moving back to the previous slide so that you can have a better idea. Here you can see postfix notation plus plus y. First of all, it will add to the value and then it will print the value. But here it will print the value and then it will add. So here that's why we have got the result value of x is equals to 10 and y is equals to 11. The next type of operators are the relational operators. Relational operators are basically used to compare the two values of the same type, which means they cannot compare the values of int and float data types, but it can only compare the values of two integers, two floats like this. These operators are very helpful in computer programming when a flow of program is based on a condition. When we have to check the various conditions in our program, we use the relational operators. When we use the relational operators, they always produce the result either true or false. They cannot produce any other result, but they produce only the result either true or false. So here is a list of relational operators. When we need to compare two numbers, if A is equals to B, if we want to check either both of these quantities are equal or not, we will use this double equal to sign. We cannot use the single equal operator because it is not a relational operator and it is an assignment operator. So here for the relational operator, we have used this double equal sign. This double equal operator is known as the equal to operator in C++, and it is used to evaluate the values either both of them are equal or not. Then if you see this exclamation mark with the equal sign, it is not equal to operator, and it is used to check whether n is not equals to m. If n is not equals to m, it will return the result true, otherwise it will return the result false. Then less than operator, if two values are which one is lesser value, for example a is less than b or c is less than d, like this. Then the greater operator, these are the same that we study in mathematics. We use it as z is greater than y. Then less than or equal to operators, these are the same operators that we study in mathematics, but here you need to notice one thing. In mathematics, we use the notation less than or equal to like this, but in computers, we don't use this symbol. Instead, we use this symbol, a separate less than symbol with a separate equal to sign. If you will use it as like this in your exam or in your test or in your paper, it will be considered wrong, and it is a very common mistake that usually students do while writing their programs. The next type of operators are the logical operators. Logical operators are used in programming when we are required to take some actions based on more than one conditions. We use logical operators to combine two or more conditions. There are three types of logical operators: AND operator, OR operator, and NOT operator. These are the same operators that we have studied in C language in 10th class. First of all, logical AND operator. Basically, it is used to form the compound conditions. Compound conditions mean to merge the conditions to make one complex condition in which two relational expressions are evaluated. For example, x is greater than or equals to 1 and x is less than is equals to 10. It means we are checking the range of a numbers that lies between 1 to 10. We have combined the two conditions. First condition is x is greater than or equals to 1. Second condition is x is less than or equals to 10. We have used this AND operator to join these two conditions. How it will produce the result? If both conditions are true, then it will generate the result true. If any of the two conditions becomes false, it will generate the false result. It means if both conditions are true, then only it can produce the result true. If any condition is false, this will give us the result as false. The next one is OR operator. It is also used to form a compound condition. It also merges the two conditions. It is used as x is greater than y or two simple straight pipe symbols. X is greater than y or z is equals to 8. If any of the two condition is true, the result will be produced as true, which means if false false becomes false. But if any one is true between these two, it will generate the result as a true. This true false true becomes true, true false will also becomes true, and obviously if both conditions are true, it will also generate the result true. It is kind of opposite to the logical AND operator. AND operator gives the result true when both conditions are true. If one condition is false, it will give the false result. That is opposite to the logical operator. If one is true, then you will get the result true. Then logical NOT operator is used with a single expression or the condition, and it has to evaluate if the expression is true or not. This simple exclamation mark is the NOT operator, and it reverses the values. If the result is true, after application of NOT operator, it will become false. If the expression is false, then the NOT operator will revert that into true. If expression is true, the NOT operator will make it false. It will revert the operation answer or the evaluation. If we have false, after application of NOT operator, we will get true in the result. If the expression is true, we will get the false. The last one is the ternary or conditional operators. This equal sign in the combination with the colon symbol is known as the ternary or conditional operator. They are known as ternary operator because it takes three operands. It basically checks the condition. That's why it is known as the conditional operators. It is very useful in this situation where programmer needs to choose one of the two options. If we are having two options and we have to select between them, we will using the conditional operator. We use it as like, first of all, we write the condition, then put question mark, then first expression, this colon, then the second expression along with the semicolon. For example, over here, x, we read it as if x is greater than y. If this condition is true, then this part will be executed. If this condition is false, then this part will be executed. So here we have two choices, x plus y. The second one is x minus y. We have to choose between these two options on the condition that is x is greater than y. If this condition is true, then it will add the variables. If this condition is false, it will subtract the variables. For example, over here, x is equals to 15, y is equals to 10. Here we are checking the condition. If x is equals to, if x is greater than y, then it has to perform addition. If it is false, it has to subtract the variables. So here is your today's task. You have to tell me the output of these operators. You have to write down this code in def C++ or do some work on your register rough work dry run, and you have to tell me the value of the k. What will be the result? It will check the condition. On that condition, you have to decide what will be the output. So this is your today's task. You have to perform this on your computer. If you are not having a computer or you are having some problem with dev C++, simply you can do it on your register or on a paper and share your answers with me. So the next topic that is related to the operators is the precedence of the operators, which means the order of the operators in which they need to be solved. If a single expression contains more than one operator, then in what order will be they solved? First of all, the arithmetic operators will be solved in order from multiplication, division, and then remainder. After this, addition and subtraction is to be performed. Then after performing and solving these arithmetic operators, relational operators will be solved, like less than equal to, greater than, and greater than equal to. After solving this, it will solve equal to and not equal to, then logical not, logical and logical or, and in the end the assignment operators are solved. You should know the order of the operator so that we can perform the calculations in our mind correctly. The type of a question that appears in exam from this topic is they usually give an expression with the multiple operators and they ask them to solve the expression and write down the answer. For example, 2 plus 2 multiplied by 2. Some students will give its answer as 6 or some as 8 or maybe some as 4. Just because you don't have the proper knowledge about the precedence of operators. First of all, multiplication is to be done, then division and remainder. Three of them have the same precedence. If any of them comes first, you have to solve it first. Then look for the addition and subtraction in the expression, solve those. Then look for the relational operators and the rest of operators if present in the expression and solve accordingly. So that's all for today. With this topic, we have completed our chapter number 3. You have to cover its exercise, and if you find any confusion and any difficulty, you can send me your queries and I will answer them. From next lecture, we will be starting chapter number 4. That's all for today. Thank you.